Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to the final evaluation. This is evaluation number 4. How did you use new media technologies in the construction, research, and planning and evaluation stages of your coursework? Right. Throughout this coursework, I must say I have used a variety of different types of technologies, and some are new to me, and some I've used before. So last year I used a lot of Photoshop, so I was able to work out how to use Photoshop when it came to Digipack and the poster. But let's talk about the planning stage. In the planning stage, I used the basic type of technology such as Max, YouTube, SurveyMonkey, SlideShare when I used to create PowerPoints of Andrew Goodwin or analyzing other music videos. I thought it was good to use SlideShare as is I used to like to do in PowerPoints, and I thought I could get a lot of information across into it. It's great as well because then they can put up onto the wide web, and then people can all see your work. Use Facebook to get people to answer my questionnaire. Facebook is wonderful, which I also use Facebook in the evaluation and construction stages where I uploaded my videos to Facebook to be able to get audience feedback to see what people like, and also my digipack and my poster all went up on a social networking site. That way any one of my friends could be able to comment, which is very useful, and then you get a lot of either negative or positive feedback, but mostly positive, which is great. Also during the planning stage I used a website called PhotoPeach, which is new to me. I found it recently. It's a website which you could put a lot of collage of pictures in, which you can make a little storyboard out of, and then put some music behind it, which gives it a bit of character. You could choose whatever you want from YouTube or anything. This way, instead of doing long posts about different pictures, in particular of one setting up for the band, I used that. I also used it for when we were planning and practicing with lighting, to do a little lighting workshop, because we didn't never use lighting before, so it was quite cool. Also in the planning stage I used Blogger. Obviously this is what's going up on Blogger right now. All of our research and planning went into it. It goes on Blogger. Very good piece of new technology as people from all over the world can see it. It's fantastic. YouTube I use to find other music videos which I can do research into. Every single music video which has been published and been up there is up on YouTube, as well as all past students. Got to see what other people got up to, and which was good grade ones and bad grades, which I try and base up to good grades. Then going on into the construction stages. Oh, this was where I used the biggest piece of equipment I've ever used. Well, technology. I've never used Premiere Pro before this. Always used iMovie, so it was really interesting. And it was difficult at first to get your head around Premiere Pro, because there's a lot of different features which it has, which iMovie hasn't got. So a lot of different transitions, filters, mess around with lighting. It's fantastic. Loads of different things which I played around with myself. Managed to get myself my own copy of Premiere on my laptop so I could do work at home, so I could play around and get to know what's going on. Very good piece of IT as well. So my IT skills improved greatly from doing A2 coursework. Also used Photoshop like an AS. Used Photoshop to create my digipack and poster. Very useful. When it came to filming, I used two different cameras. At first I used a German handheld Canon. It was an old camera which the media department have, and it wasn't that great, but it did the job. But then the school managed to get two new media cameras, which are Canon 600D SLRs, and they are beautiful to work with. Filmed everything on the Canon and the SLR. Even went back to refilm what we did on the old handheld camera. It was very useful to have when we were filming the band as well, to get the most out ideal picture. For the band, we went to an old barn and we used different pieces of equipment, mainly instruments. We used drum kit, bass guitar, amplifiers, and electric guitar and microphone. We also used these lights which the media department have, so very good, which you can change the light into, which can help either brighten up natural light or do low key or high key lighting, which is very cool. A lot of the lighting, which we waited for it to go dark outside and just used these lightings to make more of effect, and it was very nice. We created our own dolly, which was quite interesting. We found an old board and managed to put some wheels onto it to dolly around the drum kit, which is used for the most effective scene which we have, which I love to bits, is when we put the camera on a tripod and just dollied it around Lily the drummer, and it's beautiful, really nice shot. We also use other basic equipment such as tripods. Didn't use any boom mics because we had no need to take any sound. Or we all the sound was picked up on the Canon camera, which is good, which is fantastic as well. Yeah, that's about all the equipment used and technology used for the construction stage. Obviously, to upload onto, I also use Blogger as well to show my progress through the editing, and use Facebook as well, like I said earlier, to show our videos which we've made, and posters and digipacks. It was very useful to use them as it gave us vital audience feedback. We used Prezi to show my different flat plans of my products. So during the construction stage of my digipack and poster, I used a slide and not slideshare. What's it called? Look at it, just said it. Prezi, that's the one. Prezi, yeah. And in the evaluation stages, I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I have used is cameras, because I didn't really want to do a slideshow. I didn't want to do Prezi, as I thought it was a bit boring, and you wouldn't be able to see me for me. So I filmed every one of my evaluations. I filmed 2 on the Canon SLR, and also filmed 2 on my phone because I had to give the camera back. But my phone is not that bad. It's got a 10 megapixel camera lens, which is quite cool. But yeah, I thought that if I video it, you could see me for me, and you could understand how much work I've put into and how I feel about how the work went. And yeah, you can't get that across in just text. It's easier to find who you are. But yeah, that's it. Enjoy. Thank you.